Hello everyone, I am Sahana Prasad from Department of Commerce, Gopalswamy PU College, Mysore. Welcome to Business Studies class. In today's session, let's continue with Chapter 7, Directing. And today's topic is communication. So what is communication? Communication is the process of exchange of ideas, views, facts, etc. between people to create common understanding. It is a process of transmitting information, ideas, views, feelings, etc. between people to create common understanding. Communication is considered as one of the key elements in directing function of management. And a manager must have a good communication skills so that he can direct efficiently and effectively so that he can make the employees or the subordinates to work properly in the organization. So this is communication. Now let us see what are the importance of communication. First importance is it acts as a basis of coordination. Communication acts as a basis of coordination. Here, manager, he explains to the employees about the goals, objectives or targets, and he also communicates how to achieve those objectives or targets, and also the interpersonal relations between a manager and employees. Communication provides coordination between various employees and departments. So communication acts as a basis of coordination. Next one, it helps in smooth working of the enterprise. Communication, a good communication ensures smooth and uninterrupted working of the organization. Communication is the basic for organization's existence right from its birth through its continuing life. So communication helps in smooth working of the enterprise. Next is, it acts as a basis for decision making. Here, communication provides information which is required for decision making. If a manager has to make a decision, then communication is very much necessary, because communication is a thing which provides information for decision making process. So it acts as a basis for decision making. It increases managerial efficiency. Here, management, it conveys goals, targets, it issues instructions, it allocates jobs and responsibilities. To do all these, communication is required. So communication, it increases managerial efficiency. Next is, it promotes cooperation and industrial peace. Promotes cooperation and industrial peace. So here, two-way communication, it promotes cooperation and mutual understanding between workers and management. So communication, it promotes cooperation and it leads to industrial peace. Next is, it establishes effective leadership. Effective leadership. See, there is always a continuous process of communication between leaders and followers. Leader has to communicate with his followers. So a success of a leadership, it always lies in good communication skill. So a very important qualities of a good leader is a good communication skill. So it establishes effective leadership. Next is, it boosts morale. It boosts morale and provide motivation. Morale means confidence. So an effective communication, it always builds morale, that is confidence, and it improves human relations between employees and management. So communication gives confidence and it provides motivation. So these are the 7 importance of communication. Next topic is formal communication. Communication taking place within the organization may be broadly classified into 2 types. One is formal communication, another one is informal communication. Now let us see what is formal communication. Formal communication are the one which flows through official channels which is designed in the organization chart. Suppose if a superior is communicating with a subordinate, or subordinate is communicating with a superior, or the employees who are working under the same level, they may be communicating with each other. So all these are considered as formal communication. So formal communication may be in a written form or oral, and generally formal communication is recorded. And again, formal communication can be classified into 2 types. One is vertical communication, another one is horizontal communication. What is vertical communication? Vertical communication means if communication flows upwards or downwards through formal channels. So what is downward communication? If a superior communicates with his subordinates, that is downward communication, because a top level people are communicating with next lower level or middle level people. Suppose ivaga manager athwa higher level aliro superior avanu ivaga meeting karibodu athwa ಕೆಲಸನ ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅಂಥದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಪ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್. ಇಫ್ ಅ ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ as upward communication, because the communication flows in the upward direction. Subordinate is in the lower level and he is communicating with the superior who is in the top level. Suppose ಇವಾಗ ಅವನೇನಾದ್ರು ರಜಾ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅವನು ಏನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರೆಸ್ನ ಅವನು ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ನಾವು upward communication ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So in formal communication there are 2 types. One is vertical communication and the one is horizontal communication. Now let us see what is horizontal communication. Horizontal communication is also known as lateral communication. So it takes place between the people who are working in the same level in the organization, or communication taking place between 2 divisions. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಮೇ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್. ಇವಾಗ ಅವನೇನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ಗೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಎ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ, ಆ ಥರದ್ದು ಏನಾದರೂ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಆದರೆ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಆರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Next topic is communication network. Communication network means the pattern in which the information flows within the organization is known as communication network. In formal communication, there are 5 types of communication network. First one is single chain, second is wheel, third is circular, fourth is free flow, and fifth one is inverted V. Now let's see one by one. So what is a single chain? Single chain means communication flows from every superior to his subordinate through a single chain. In this diagram, you can see A, B, C, D, E are communicated with from superior to subordinate in a single chain. So we usually call this as a single chain. Next is wheel. In this diagram you can see here A is superior and B, C, D, E are subordinates. Here all subordinates under one superior, they have to communicate through him only. Here subordinates cannot communicate among themselves. So if they want to have a communication, they have to communicate through A, that is superior. This type of communication network we call it as wheel. Next is circular. Here the communication moves in a circle. Here communication is very slow because see, A has to communicate with B, then C, then D and E. Here each person is able to communicate with his adjoining two persons. We usually call this as a circular network. Next is free flow. Here each person can communicate with any other person. Here there are no restriction. Next is inverted V. Here a subordinate is allowed to communicate not only with his superior but also superior's superior. He can also contact his boss. Here you can see in this diagram, here B is superior and A is superior's boss and C, D are subordinate. C, D can directly contact A and they can also have communication with B also. This type of communication network we call it as inverted V. So this communication network comes in formal communication. Next topic is informal communication. What is informal communication? Any communication that takes place without following the formal communication channels. This informal communication is also known as grapevine communication because it spreads throughout the organization. For example, a few employees in the organization, they may have a conversation about their superior's behavior in a canteen, or a few people may be discussing about some rumors of the organization. All these doesn't come in the formal communication. This is informal communication. And in this informal communication, there are different types of network. We also call this as a grapevine network. Now let us see one by one. There are four types. One is single strand network, second is gossip network, third is probability network, and fourth one is cluster network. Let's see one by one. Single strand means here each person communicates with other in a sequence, in an order they communicate with each other, which we call it as a single strand network. Next is gossip network. Here each person communicates with all other person on a non-selective basis. Here no order is followed. Probability network means the individual communicates randomly with other individuals. We call it as probability network. Next is cluster network. Cluster network means here the individual communicates with only those persons with whom he trusts. So among all these four types of grapevine network, cluster network is one of the most popular type of network. So this is communication network which comes under informal communication. And I hope you have understood today's session. Thank you.